Obviously, as I arrived, John,
Yeah.
you know, I saw one of your beautiful caravans, and you've allowed me to do the interview, which has just gone out inside. So I just wanted to have a little walk around and for you to show everybody the history of the Fury family in this one instance. So take it away.
Yeah, it's a 1920, 25 or 35, not quite sure, and it was built by Charles Phillips in Newport. You know, and it belonged to a certain family from New, and I acquired it from that family. But yeah, it's an ornate caravan, and it's just what people can get an insight to how travelling people used to live. And this was a home for a family back in the 20s and 30s. This is how they lived. You know, there'd be a family of about 10 in there, to be honest and truthful with you. But like I say, when you look at the caravan, it's just history looking at you, isn't it? They're lovely, beautiful things to be admired. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but it's certainly my cup of tea.
Because like I said to you when I came, John, it's taken my breath away because of the condition it's in, and you told me that it's over 100 years old.
Well, it's not 100
well,
years
close
old.
to
No,
it.
it's close to it, yeah, it's not that old. It's been getting up towards 90 years old, and like I say, it housed a family in it. I've got history back down the line where it come from and all that, and I've got photographs of families living in it way back then. You know, so it has a lot of history, and they are history for me, and I do enjoy them because I'm very big on the past instead of the present.
Yeah.
You know, because all I see in the future is not good. All I see in the future is disaster and wrongdoings and trouble. But this was from a more free time when everybody was on a level with one another. You know, you could leave your front door open. People treat each other with total respect, and morals was better all the way around. And that's why I like to look at these things, because they remind me of then instead of what we've got now. Because there's no morals today, there's nothing. It's all about the pound note, you know. And if people don't have any money and they're not successful, they get ignored. People only want to be around successful people who's got more than what they have. But for me, that's not the case, because I could talk to a man with nothing, a man who was living in that, and if that was all he had in his life and nothing else, I'd still respect him and enjoy his company more than a billionaire.
So John, if I could just get you then just to take me for a little walk around.
Yeah, come and have a walk around it, yeah.
Just to point out some of the more finer details.
Well, them boxes underneath was where they put all the utensils.
Okay.
What they needed in general day-to-day life. You know, it's on wooden wheels, even though they look like the steel wheels, but they're not the wood. They was handcrafted by hand, them wheels, so you can tell the quality of these joiners. Then what did all that, you know, they can do. The tradesman then was at a different class, because them wheels are wood.
How much work goes into maintaining the caravans?
A lot of work to keep them in good condition. They've got to be kept in dry storage. You know, they've got to be out now and again, but they can't be out for too long because they just deteriorate that fast.
Yeah.
You know, like this is only out now because it's summer months, and I get them wet because it's good for the wood to get it wet. You know, because they get dry rot otherwise, and they get woodworm and everything. But it's all right in the summer months, but they've got to be kept in the dry. You know, this is the brake here. Look, everything was done manually then. You know, and at some point, it was pulled by horses. With this A-frame, this drawbar here, that's been manufactured for a steam engine or some big showman's truck to pull it. You know.
Yeah.
You know, these here were mainly pulled by steam engines. You know, but later on they used like fairground trucks to pull them. You know, but there she is. Look.
So whose caravan is this? Because I know you've got a few.
This is mine. This one.
This one's yours.
Yeah, they're mine. Yeah. There, it's got the Mollycroft roof on. Look, the higher roof. You know, for the standing height inside. You know, but this is a big caravan, but it's also a small one. It's like a TARDIS, really. You know, it's big on the outside. It's small on the it's big on the outside and small on the inside, whatever which way it goes. You know, big on the inside, sorry, small on the outside.
So I could just get you to follow us some. Well, if I say follow us, if I could follow you inside, John, you can have a look around.
Of course you can. Yeah.
How fragile are the little, you know, you see the condition that it's in, how fragile do you have to be with it in case anything chips, etc.?
No, there's the strong things. Listen, it's lasted nearly 100 years, so they're not that fragile, are they? You know, that's a hostess stove, chrome hostess stove, you know, and they're obsolete now, you can't get them. It's all decorative ornate inside and whatnot, with all the fancy paintings on the ceiling and whatnot. That's a pull-out bed, makes a double bed. It's like another kind of a bedroom in here.
So that's the double bed just down there.
Just pulls out from there, yeah, and there's another bedroom in there, look. Another bedroom in there, what it is. All patterns on the ceiling and everything like that, look. Yeah. And this here, when this is on, when this stove is lit up, you couldn't sit in here really.
Say again, sorry John?
I say when that stove is alight,
yeah,
you can hardly sit in here.
To get that hot.
But in the winter it's cosy. But this here it's having a small bit of renovation done to it at the moment, that's why it's outside.
Yeah.
And I'm getting it ready for our summer holidays. You know, but Tyson was only in here yesterday. We was just discussing a few things what we had to do on that, because he gets his van out of the repairers on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to get a few things done with this in between now and then, so we can get off and have a bit of an holiday. But we'll see how things pan out. Never make a plan in advance, because it never works out. That's how I find out things.
You just mentioned, you know, a holiday. I know we've just had like an hour-long interview, but how difficult is it for you when you consider that you can't go abroad with Tyson to his fights and that?
You know what, Andy? It used to bother me, but it don't no more. It's like when you're locked up in jail. When you know you can't get out, you don't think about getting out. I know I can't go to America. I've accepted the fact I'm never going to see Tyson box live again. I've swallowed it. It's not a nice feeling, but I'm a man that can cope with anything, me. And as long as Tyson's happy and he keeps winning and he's in a good place, I'm not bothered about myself. It's not about me. I've had my day. I've done the best thing in life, bred him in the beginning. You know, so anything that comes after that's a bonus for me. But let Tyson go on and live his life. I'm not hanging on to anybody's shirt tails for fame and fortune. I don't want nothing out of nobody. All I want out of my kids is for them to do well. I've had my life. If I won the national lottery, it wouldn't make my life any better. It'd probably make it worse, and I'd be more miserable probably. But as long as my kids are doing well in what they set out to do, and I see the pleasure they're taking from the work, that's enough for me. I ain't bothered about going abroad. I'm not bothered. I'm happy to be alive. There's a lot of people dead and buried, people terminally ill. There's a lot worse off. There's a lot worse off than me. And you know what? People's got terminal illnesses, so I'm not going to gripe about going abroad. Bugger it. TV's a good thing. Best house in this. It's the best seat in the house, isn't it? Let's say that much. You know. So at the end of the day, at some point though, I will look into different matters to see if I can get abroad. I won't stop trying, but if I can't, I can't. I ain't gonna lose no sleep over it. I'm 54 years old. What I haven't seen ain't worth seeing. What I haven't done ain't worth doing. You know, and I've probably forgot more than a lot of people know, so yeah, my lifetime's experiences are better than most, so I've had some good times, bring on the bad. And as long as there's no health problems, there is no bad times. It's all good times. When we get up every day and we're healthy, they're all good times. Nothing else matters. You know, because I've been in some dark places. On a small thing like me not going to America, for the good, it's come out of this. My Tyson's on the mend. He's going along beautifully. He's got his life back. My other son's doing well in Love Island. I can't ask for much more. For me to say, give me any more, it's just pure greed, isn't it? And I wouldn't do that. I am happy for what I've received in this life. And if I don't get another thing put my way, I've had me fill. More than most, and I thank God very much, truly, every day for what I've received. You know, it's like the Lord's Prayer. We said it every day in school when we were little, even in the Sunday school. I never went to proper school. Went to a Sunday school, a makeshift school on a site somewhere, but we called it school because it was a shed, and there's a strange woman there. She's probably pretending to be a teacher. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's probably one of them. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy for what I've received in life, which is more than most. I've had some down times. But you know what? The good these days is outweighing all the bad. So yeah, I'm a happy man.
Now you're a happy man, John, but one thing which I did forget to bring up in the interview was Twitter. There's an account going around under the name of John Fury. Do you want to confirm whether or not it's yourself, John?
That is not me. It's rubbish. I don't have any social media pages at all. Hear this. I don't have Twitter. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I don't have nothing. I've got a £10 mobile phone. That's what I've got, and that's all I want. And all I want to do is say hello and goodbye. I'm not interested in the modern world, so don't buy into these fake accounts. I've got nothing like that and don't want it, never will have it either.
With John Fury back
Is that
clears.
straight enough?
Yeah, it is back clears that up. I will have one last
So
glance
stop being
around.
bad with the Fury name, because you'll get that in your ear hole when I see you.
We'll have one last glance around, John, before it's time for us to depart.
Yeah.
What goes into these drawers, in fact, John?
They're just
drawers, or
drawers for clothing and whatnot, bedding and whatnot, whatever people had to get through day-to-day life goes in these drawers. Everything was packed into here, you know. But people never had so much in them days, so they didn't need all that space, did they? You know.
Yeah.
They only had what they stood up in, really, travellers, didn't they? You know, maybe they had one change of clothes down the whole week. So what they had then, you could probably put in a bloody an handbag, really. And mine cupboards like this has got, you know. So yeah. But I could go back to these days. I can live in this myself, and I probably will do. I'll probably end my days in one of these, me. And when I die, I want to be buried and took out somewhat like this, and if not, burn me in the lot, set fire to the lot like the old people did. You know, what a way to go. Going back to history, where you come from. Because in the old days, they burnt everything in these things. Everything got set fire to, you know. And I do know a lot of people, you know, Huey Burton. He was king of the gypsies, and he wanted to be burnt in his caravan, in his trailer. He wanted to be burnt in it, and only for the law, he was getting burnt in it. You know, but at the end of the day, we're living in these modern times, aren't we? And you've got to adhere to the law, and they did. And at the end of it, he was cremated anyway. But he said, cremate me with my trailer. But it never happened. But listen, that was the way. The old ways are gone. We've got to move over now to the new ways. But I won't move over. I'm stuck in my ways. I don't want nothing to do with this modern life at all. All I see is trouble and disaster all over the place. People can't get on, can they? They can't get on. Man's blind indifference is causing that many problems. Chaos throughout the world, and it won't stop, will it? Until men sort their differences out, which is easy to do. But they just won't do it, will they? But I can do it, because I treat everybody the same. Everybody who's nice to me, I'm nice to them, and I show everybody the utmost respect who respects me. You know, and I don't think you can do any harm by being like that. You know, I don't read into people. I don't go on what people say about other people. I judge them myself. You know, if I give a clear and honest opinion about everybody, or I try to anyway. And if people don't like me, and many don't, I understand them. I'm a man of very few friends. I probably ain't got no friends, to be honest. Not few, none. But that is by and by. But I'm honest. I say how it is. And if people can't deal with that, well, don't talk to John Fury. Go and talk to some other fake man who's going to lie to you all day. Come here, you want the truth, you get the truth.
John, the perfect way to end our little tour. Thank you as always for this.
Good, Andy.
At home with John Fury.
Yeah, at home for what it is. You know, it's not a lot, but it's home, innit? That's what we do. That's our role. Thank all the people for voting for Tommy. Yeah. Thank everybody who's behind Tyson. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. I'm with you all the way. Thank you very much.